Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LPL 2025 Split 1.
But this is good now. So we're going to get an early invade. Only level 2 on the Vi. 369 roaming over in the lane swap scenario. Tarzan spotted out and jumped onto. Going to get traded onto by the Jace. And that means that the Nidalee loses their blue buff for now. As a dive potentially coming through onto Flandre too. Crisp used that wall stun. Takes a tower shot. Is Tarzan going to go for a smite fight? It's only a level 2 Vi. Gonna get close to it. Spear lands, but he doesn't get the smite. The flash comes through and Tarzan. All of the early matchup with your runes, particularly the electrocute, helping you in the early levels. 369 now left alone under tower. Has pots, has crisp, has cookies, but does not have enough HP. Or am I lying? He goes forwards. It's gonna be a death, sadly, for him all the same. Pops as many regen as he can, but he just can't get the outplay. Vi on top side goes into the steadfast presence, and Flandre has no flash and no HP as well. A trade in dive targets. Both top laners going down. Okay, we have Grub spawning now. Both bot lanes on top side. Tarzan up here as well. Kanavi down a level. Skip to camp or two to start these up, and he wants to get the first Grub done before Tarzan comes over. Can Kyle go in? That's a great steadfast presence from Chris. It means that the combo can't really come through from the Nidalee. Oh, first Grub goes over and Kanavi doesn't have to smite. That's important because now, hang on, you don't have Steadfast Presence. Crisp, you got to be careful. He doesn't have the flash either, and he also won't have a life. Hope, gunning through those shots, will take down the Poppy as he tries to go and support the Grub take. Kanavi still does have smite though and manages to get 2 of those away. Crisp gives his life a little easily maybe, but still, good play from Kanavi to get the 2 Grubs there, importantly so. Particularly because it felt like with the way that the wave was pushed in the jungle matchup, Kanavi shouldn't have had access to maybe even any of those Grubs. Chooses to go quickly onto them and goes away with 2. Tarzan picks up 1. 2 kills onto Hope though, and an ult pulled, missing the shots. Does mean that Jackalov will be... I said he's safe. Is he safe after all? Goes for the flash forward, but can't quite kill. Jackalov panic cleanse. Gets himself out alive. God, Hope really wanting to force the issue. E forward from Crisp. Kanavi doesn't have level 6 yet. Flandre going forwards with his own Cyclone popped. Is there a flash from 369? Yes, and he is forced to use it and will die all the same. Flandre, no summoner, makes the Wukong top lane work. 369 goes down as AL look for more skirmishes. Cream, Spirit rushing forwards. Kyle, also no flash. These summoners have been used so effectively, but they are not available now. Yode whips the ult as it's flashed away from him. Cream starts to reset. Can he get another? Flandre gets a heal from the Nidalee and stays alive. There will be no extra Spirit Rush charge coming through from Cream as pandemonium breaks loose in the early game between top Esports and Anyone's Legend. 5 kills in 8 minutes. Crisp, you see Tarzan over the wall. That clutch heal from Nidalee stops Cream from getting another kill onto that as a going forwards. Another heal from the Nidalee. It's Primal Surge. Chris needs to be careful. Doesn't have enough mana for anything else at this point. Doesn't have flash, but Kanavi is around the corner. Kanavi is trying to help out, but he doesn't have his ult, and now he might have just been baited in by Chris. 369 has come back to the play, but Hope is back and is stronger. A 3rd kill for the Jhin. Hope, in his first final since 2022 summer, is off to the races. Another spear lands in 369. Be lucky to get away with this one alive. Tanking the turret shots, though. No mana on Kyle. Call me a liar. 369 survives the play, but Spirit Rush charge could have been able to get that on target. Didn't get the wall stun either. Oh, it's Crisp. Baits his team in afterwards. Shanks has got flash, has ult coming up in a few seconds and wants to buy time for it. That's why he's not flashing right now. Uses that Q3, but it's ulted all the same. Flashes. Is he going to have to ult? He's E'd backwards. Shanks, what are you doing, my son? Goes down, but here comes Flandre. He was buying time for a Cyclone, and Kyle comes in. It is all on Flandre's damage, though. Gets 1 and has used up the Cyclone. Kanavi not going to get hit up, but here comes the artillery. A shot from the orbital laser. Jhin gets himself involved. Shanks dies in a bit of an awkward... Yes, it is. Kyle, this is the very same Kyle that you will know from the LCK. Came over last year towards Anyone's Legend. He was part of this big, audacious project from Anyone's Legend. Brought in Croco and Kyle. Brought in Shanks and Hope. Sadly for him, has had to watch Hope get ridiculously fed from a bunch of other happenings. Kyle going up again, level 6 for both supports. This time there's no fast presence because he is stunned and he is dead. Jackalov coming through, but have AL overcommitted? No, maybe they haven't. Jackalov uses the cleanse. Is that going to be enough? 1 for none right now. Hope securing the retreats. His top laners don't enter the fray. Jackalov really throwing his body into the fray. I think it was a good angle for a bullet time. Kyle gets charmed up, and here comes the bullet time. Not the best. Cream doesn't hit the Q after the charm, and Kyle will walk out alive. Tarzan being the battlefield medic as well. Cream, does he want to commit anything else forwards? Does have a flash, could potentially set up for something. AL forced away. And folks, my oh my, it is a day for blood. Ruinous Atakan for our first game of finals. An LPL mid laner. You know, Xiaohu was out there for many years too. Herald started up both those mid laners without their ultimates for this play. Kanavi not at level 11. Ahead in terms of XP compared to the Tarzan though, so actually talking out of my ass there. Herald started up. Kyle trying to play blocker, and here comes Chris. Doesn't land the altar, but does get the wall stun. Will that be enough? Kyle's going to go down, and the bullet time is absolutely shredding them. Kyle will go down, and Top Esports walk away with the fight. 369 punch shanks backwards as he will get out alive, but anyone's legend run into the full force of Jakulov's MF. Playing from unorthodox angles, knows that the CC is out of place, and the misfortune brings down the artillery. Top Esports will lose the Herald, but I don't think they'll be particularly caring about it after that. They'll head towards the Dragon, even that up. And anyone's legend will go back to base and lick their wounds a little. Does Kanavi have a wide pool, or why are they playing this two junglers in a single game? Does this mean about the Poppy support? Typically, the Poppy's been played in JDG in 2020, and boy, what a career he's had. Flandre's going to take this bot lane out of turret. Doing well on the Wukong top, but he is against Kanavi, a player who was understudy to him. Tarzan and Tabe, the coach off the Rift. So impactful in this split in terms of their strategy on and off the breaking way. So, anyone's legend. Falling behind the curve slightly. What do? What is the plan? They have the Nidalee, which is falling off. The Nidalee being 1,000 gold behind Kanavi. Dragon up in 20 seconds. The mid lane push, very important to this, because what you tend to do is you walk through mid lane and then into the Dragon. You walk through mid lane and go into that. So you want to be pushing mid lane. It gives you the better angle to go towards objectives. Chris is caught out again. Flandre jumps onto him. And here comes Kanavi, goes straight onto the Wukong, who has no clone. Was Chris baiting, or was he just very fortunate? Either one works out. Q hits, and Cream goes forwards. Tarzan lives on a sliver of HP, but that's all he needs. The gold doesn't go over, but anyone's legend once again losing out in the scrappy fights. Jakulov will walk up and take the turret. Cream goes forwards and is lucky to survive. It's more bruiser nowadays, but the HP definitely helps. Is anyone coming in? Flandre can teleport, and he has Cyclone. They need to finish this, need to get the hell out. But with the timing they have, they'll get it. Flandre, but serious credit to Jakulov for timing that right back towards the Atakan. Tarzan used that stasis in the picture-in-picture. Remember that this Atakan attacks differently. You kill it, you get that neutral objective bonuses. Kanavi going in. Are we going to see a smite fight? Big damage coming through. The bullet time is once again top draw. Jakulov absolutely slaughters them with the bullet time, and a triple kill comes in for the AD carry. Cream will die as an unfortunate aftertaste for Top Esports, but Top Esports walk away with a ton of kills. They'll go back and they'll get themselves the roses around the 20% damage from Shadow Flame. Cream shows himself on a sideline. Tarzan not spotted yet. Cream does have flash, does have ult. Doesn't have to throw either just yet. Will have to ult at some point, but ult straight into the captive audience. Cream will have to flash and ult. Uses that steadfast presence as well. Does Chris to stop Kyle going straight onto Cream too. It's a flash, an ult, and an item out of Cream. Won't be able to use that arm guard again. And luckily for anyone's legend, there's no going towards bot lane. Bait brush again. Not able to get that much. Kanavi very, very strong at level 15. Charm over the wall onto Hope and no follow-up. Can't quite get the most out of that one. And Wallstone comes through, but is it going to be that much? This time the bullet time is cancelled, but do you have the stats? Cream goes to bail out his AD carry, and Flandre makes it out. Important that he gets the summoners away from Jakulov, though. That's the first time anyone has been able to deal with this misfortune in team fights. Maybe that is a platform which anyone's legend can play off of now. For the first time, that bullet time will not be held over their necks. Push up of mid lane, though. Anyone's legend could go towards the Dragon, but they've lost the inside track towards mid lane. They'll be losing the inner turret. Will they lose much more than that? Inner and top lane. Demolish helping. Kanavi. God, what a game he's had, by the way. We had some questions after Yeah, there's one Earth Walk. You can't recall like that, Jaculov. It's going down. Anyone's Legend have got themselves a vision. Blackout Cream coming from the top side. Kanavi is on red buff. Kanavi's not going to be here in time. That could be a huge mistake as Flandre goes on towards Cream and they peel off for the fight. This might buy enough time for the Vi to get into the play. Cream is probably going to die and will do so. The spear lands onto him, but the fight has happened. Was it a mistake to turn onto the Ahri? It may well have been, because it means that Kanavi comes to the play. He still has ultimate and hasn't had to use it so far, and will finally find the Jhin. The Jace goes with them. Shanks can't do enough. He does a massive amount of effort. Flandre can't take down Jaculov either, as Top Esports win the fight in a 5-for-3, despite the fact that their jungler was on red buff. Not get a present at Christmas, but hey, whatever. He's still up in gold, still a 3.5 item Jace with a Muramana. Jaculov, very, very strong. That Guardian Angel means that even if you dive onto him now as the Wukong or whoever else, I don't think it matters now. The double GAs from Top Esports, very, very nice. Allows Kanavi to play like an absolute psychopath and Jaculov like an absolute psychopath, and that's already the name of the game. They don't normally need an item to do that. No Infinity Edge from Shanks. God, if he could have got that Infinity Edge, maybe he can get himself a wombo combo which could see everything out. Poppy ult used to siege the turret. It's going to be held. It is. So it goes on the reduced cooldown, just using it to make sure that anyone's Legend don't go for a snap engage around that turret. Tower goes down, 5 grubs, Baron buff making short work of these objectives. Well, these towers, I suppose. They are the neutral objectives. Well, they're not. Team side of objectives. I'm yapping a bit now as Kanavi goes in and wants the talk to stop. Goes in, but does go down into his GA. That might have been too far. Kyle, can he get the last kill into Crisp? He will. 2 down. Kanavi hits the floor just after Crisp. Anyone's Legend, they do keep their AD carry alive, but has the HP bar difference made enough of a dent to end this game? Top Esports, they have the GA still on Jaculov. Kanavi goes a little too deep. One of his worst engages this game, but still 2 inhibitors down. Now the ults start to come through. Shanks does not have ultimate, and Cream comes back. Has to go ping back into Z. Lucky to dodge out on that charm, but will do so. The 4th shot from Jhin does not take down the Jace, and now that last-ditch effort from Anyone's Legend might have put them further into the ditch. Cream gets the charm onto Hope. The Jhin has to back off, and suddenly the towers are under threat. He has some extra lifesteal from the Ram Scepter, but is it enough to save his goddamn turrets? Kyle trying to get some CC in. The teleport comes in. 369 with the wave dead. Top Esports will finally back away, but that could have been the end of the game. Right there, right then. Cleanse forced out. Ahri, level 18. Does he want to jump forward and do something special? He has that stasis, of course, from the Zhonyas. Shanks and Cream, the journey of development for these players has been so crucial to these team successes in this split. Flandre jumps forward, but is just caught by the Steadfast presence. Is he going to die? Yes, he will, because there's a bullet to the back. The monkey goes down. Shanks gets a combo, has the Infinity Edge, but he doesn't have the HP. Cream jumps forward, and Hope is down. Repeat, Hope is down. Anyone's Legend, hold on, but not for long enough. Top Esports will take game 1 of the series in this finals. Wise, honestly, too, because as he's standing at his range for his E, he's actually straight on your Q sweet spot as well. We saw Bin fail on the Aatrox. Comes lightning. Shanks uses that summoner spell. Great use of that W from Cream to make sure he was out of vision. Goes invisible. Teleports into the play now towards this bottom scuttle crab. Cream comes back out. He's basically just going back towards mid lane. Both mid laners doing this. Jungler, hang on, Cream, you got to be a little bit careful there. Had that flash last time, has the W now. We'll be safe. Cream having to use that against the Rise. Of course, it means you can't point. Great warding patterns from AL around this bot side to keep Kanavi out of the game. Crisp gets knocked up. Jaculov escapes this time. There's a flash from Crisp. Does he have to use it? Potentially. The arrow goes forwards, and the last auto is not enough. Jaculov has lethal tempo. Does he trade 1-for-1? He's trying. He doesn't get the vision, and he goes down for first blood. Legend. Grub started up first. Level 6 up by Shanks, so watch out for that first realm warp. But again, Crisp only level 3. That's a problem for him. Not tanky at all. Hits level 4 off of, I suppose, the Grub going down nearby. Shanks potentially looking for something. Flandre has level 6, has Flash as well. Flash Barrel combo available for the Gragas. Are we spoiling for a fight? 1 Grub left. Flandre gets Crisp, and he has no Flash. The stakes have never been higher as the cow is knocked up, and the fight continues. Flandre has done his part. The Rumble comes forward, and Jaculov, oh Jaculov, you have a cleanse, but not much else. Anyone's Legend have steamrolled through this early game. 7 minutes in, and AL have themselves a 2,000 goal advantage, along as well as stopping the 3 grubs stand. Level 6 coming through from 369, and there is no flash on the Varus. Is it enough? They're going to try and slow them down with a hail of arrows, and arrow comes through again, and Tarzan is now at the plate. 369 saw the angle. Barrier was used. Dragon goes down to the side of anyone's legend now. Wasn't even Hope's fault either. I think he had a good game on that Jhin. Jhin has been very powerful here in the LPL too. Tarzan going down towards the bot side. Unspotted. Kyle doing some forward scouting. Cream coming down as well. Kanavi spotted on vision, and I think AL know that the play is on. They're currently outnumbered. What are the summoners? They don't have anything on the bot lane. Tarzan doesn't have it either. This could be a big problem, but can they turn it back? They get one already. The power of the Varus is absolutely absurd as Kanavi tries to turn things back. Cream will help him finish that one off, but how much damage have they got before the next cooldowns come through? The Varus goes down, and Kanavi has popped off. Gragas comes down for a teleport, but I think Top Esports have got what they came for. What did that end up being? 3 for 2. Top Esports would love not to give this one over and slow the game down. However, they can't afford to lose another fight now. I think if you lose another fight now, the game just falls apart. Top Esports really need to get some resources, though, over towards Jackalope. Teleport to top lane. Dragon take a while for him to really come online now compared to where he should be. Chris does have ult, doesn't need to use it. Headbutt away, but the ult comes through, and it's a trade. Ult for ult. Varus uses his. Lower cooldown than the Alistar, though. Does mean you don't have it for the next big play. Cream, good wave play down here. There's a chance you can make a big play. Do you have a cancel? No, you don't. Counter-Strike wasn't charged up early enough, so it is ult for ults in bot lane as well. With the Malignants, way shorter cooldown, though. Jackalope needs to be a little bit careful here. A WR could kill. So close. 60 HP. Jackalope makes it out alive. Hope is flexing the muscles again. Kanavi does have ult. Does he have Counter-Strike? He does. How much is that value going to get, though? He needs to leave strike away, and he does. Kyle, not able to catch up. Ignite was dropped. Hale using a lot of ults for not that much on the bot side of the map. Does it lead to anything, though? Herald's available since 2020. Are you kidding me? 5 years since Jackalope has won his title. Hope won his in 22 summer. This man on your screen, Shanks, is versus Cream. Neither of these players have a title. They're newer players than many of the old gods in mid lane. You expect someone like Xiaohu, Knight, Scout, many of the all-time greats to be in these finals, but they're not. Herald started up, teleport coming in from the Gragas, and one coming from the Rise. What happens? The Herald's gone down. Is that a bit of a ballsy teleport? There's an ult back up for the Alistar. Flandre comes in. The Cow's half HP. Here comes the fight. Gragas is knocking the team apart, but 369 is living. The Sunder Sky gives him so much healing, and the Varus is down. The damage goes with it, and Jackalope jumps forward. Who cares about lane leads when you have the ultimate? Top Esports spring into life, get the Herald, and get the kills. Anyone's Legend, once again, cannot see things out in the first big fights of the game. Herald will go under turret now in the mid lane. With these timers being so long, they'll use it to potentially take down this mid lane turret. What a huge play from Top Esports to come back into this game. That Varus should have control everything the fight. I think they can. Jackalope can come back in with ults, at least. Yep, you can see that Flandre very nearly gets an important kill combo here. Gets almost a Panunu there. Cream off to the side, though. Flandre uses his belly bot forwards. Cream, so important to this play. So important. How much can he do? He can W over the wall. Jackalope is back into the play. 369 has ult too. Here comes Jackalope, starting to rain down some autos off the side. Chris uses his ult early. Jackalope is caught, and he has no summoners. The arrow comes through. Is it enough? Yes, it is. But there are kills being traded back. Kanavi into the play. Cream getting so much damage. Chris gonna die on the other side. The ult comes back up, and I think Anyone's Legend have won the fight this time. Hope is alive, and Top Esports will not repeat the mistakes of that last fight. 369 starting to go forwards. How much Divine Sunder healing can they get? It is quite a lot. Kanavi cannot deal enough damage, though, against the combined carries, and Anyone's Legend walk away with the dragon. Well, not the... no, they don't walk away with the dragon, but they walk away with everything else. Oh, Top Esports. Get yourself some gold. Recoup some of the losses that you've had so far. You don't want to be just walking into AL with this. Baron will spawn, and there will be a chance of a add to cut. Hang on, Chris. You need to be able to survive through this. You are meant to not be fighting. Jackalope has cleanse, and he has flash. He ults out. Tarzan starts to get low, but is it going to be enough? 369 gets absolutely blasted. Cream's coming through, but the GAs are already there from Anyone's Legend. Jackalope fires a W off into the horizon somehow. Chris starting to damage down. Can they kill the Rise? No, they can't. Top Esports, your job was to ignore the fight. They go in anyway, and they don't even get themselves a real return. They get a hope, but it's with a free GA. All of them go down. It's technically a clean ace. As Top Esports stick around for the play. Jackie and Chris, what were you doing? Flandre, 25% damage. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright, that is. Okay, here we come. Hope has no summoners. Ult comes through. Teleport not invested for 369. Just walks his way into that angle, interestingly enough. Hope uses his ult. Teleport's now coming through from Gragas. That might be a bit deep. What's happening? 369 does have his ult. Wants to play. Flandre gets out, and Crisp is the one that's suddenly getting punted around the place. Jakilov caught again. Jakilov is down once more. Flandre has flash, could go for the belly bot, and Shanks is starting to rail through the machine guns of those overloads. Top Esports, another fight they were not ready to take. Flandre taken down quite low, but not low enough. Kanavi might be able to force a play, but he can't quite again. Realm Warp continues things once more. And Top Esports, they have just been put to the sword this game. Hope initially was the one getting caught out. Used a Ghost Blade, used an ult, saw himself to safety. And Flandre, what a magnificent game of Gragas this guy has had. Fighting again in the mid lane. Cream needs to be careful. Kyle has a combo and he knocks up the Aurora. This pounds out of it. Flandre flashes forward. Is it enough? Cream gets out with the Petite Walls and he'll escape the Bunny Rabbit. Hop skips and jumps to safety. Top Esports somehow find a way to escape with their mid laner. Cream, important survival there. If he goes down, I think it's a very easy pounce onto the objective of Baron for anyone's legend. Because he has that Malignance from Flandre's Jakilov. Gets the knocker back onto him. This Kai'Sa has been an open wound for Top Esports. We knew from the off, hey, maybe they should lane swap. It's not looking too good for the Kai'Sa into that Varus lane. They fell for it anyway. Fight coming through. Chris doesn't have an ultimate. Had it up in 5 seconds, and it's another ill-chosen fight for Top Esports. Kanavi ignited, barreled down. Tarzan starts to smash through the backline. Cream does not have enough damage for this, and 369 had already teleported from what it looks like into the mid lane. Anyone's Legend get themselves the fight they were looking for, and they'll go straight onto the Baron. .369, not able to make the difference. Remember, folks, the choice to not lane swap was meant to benefit the Aatrox. There was one fight where it looked good. LPL Aatrox, though, has not succeeded. Really has not looked powerful. And Anyone's Legend playing very, very well around this Gragas. I didn't think this composition was easy to play. I mean, the bot lane laning phase, sure, that's a win condition, and we've definitely seen that in this game. But the Gragas disrupting the first phase of the fight, getting the Rise ult to disrupt the second phase has been oh so important for Anyone's Legend. And I think at this point they probably will just snowball through with this Baron buff. The fights are not happening in a good enough time for him to start the fight with a good play. Crisp has been caught out. Kyle goes straight onto Kanavi, and this Jax has been absolutely butchered. Once again, Hope showcasing how powerful this snowball of the Varus can be and why it's such a meta pick. Tao's going to go down in the mid lane, and I think with that death, that's going to break the base. That should break the base. The engage now from Top Esports very, very difficult. The spell shields onto Hope makes it hard to burst him out immediately. 369 pops the ult just for the move speed. As Flandre pushes in that bot side. Flandre, God, when was the last time that he won a title? 2021 with EDG. Cask onto 369 just to annoy him a little bit more. Has that low cooldown. Tarzan jumps forward. Flandre gonna power poke out Kareem again. Should be a double inhibitor take by the time that Kanavi comes back up. AL, a much better game from them. But why the heck did Top Esports give them that bot lane 2v2? Why did that happen? Top Esports gonna get hit by another arrow. Crisp has to ult away from the Varus arrow. Cleanse out of that CC. A turret goes down on the Nexus. Kanavi jumps forward. Kyle stopping him from getting clean engages all the time. Tarzan is just 1v1 in the Aatrox. Jesus. Goes in. Kanavi trying to stack up his passive. Redemption comes down, and it is not Redemption for Top Esports' early game. Instead, it's Redemption for Anyone's Legend for their game one. Kyle goes in, gets a combo, and that will be it. 31 minutes, an AL strike back. Triple kill for Hope. Incredible Varus game for the AD carry. Of anyone really stressing the importance of something to his players there. Getting very animated. 2 full waves being denied from here. I suppose there are ways being denied on top side as well. So Ambessa gaining a lot here. Anyone's Legend really brute forcing through this bot side though. This isn't even an ARAM. This is an A. Oh, well, I probably can't say ARAB. He has flashed forwards. Chris goes in. Q connects with the Lee Sin. Is he following up? Of course he is. His body's telling him yes. Silence makes his way down to the play, and the Galio is nowhere to be seen. Tarzan flashes, but is it enough? It'll see him to safety, but it won't save the little Lulu. They denied so many waves, but it just does not matter. Kanabi Lee Sin strikes again. 1-0-1. Cream also making his way to the play. Goal, which is a bit annoying. Kyle will have that wild growth soon. 3-man play towards top side, 3-man play towards bot side. Flandre gets hit. No eclipse just yet from Kanavi. W from Flandre will give him some. Stunned out of the hook shot and completely taken down. Kicked into the wall. Flandre goes down. Feats of strength taken by Top Esports. First turret looked like it's going towards AL. This time Xayah 1v1 against the Nocturne in the mid lane. Force the ult and the flash out. Ult for ult. Tower not taking his bot side just yet. Cream does have... steals the wild growth just in case a big dive comes in, I suppose. Needs to be a little careful here. Turret still going down, and this is a bit of a problem for Cream. He's going to go down sooner or later. Turret dies. Is he going to cast a roll growth on himself? Yes, he is. I mean, it's a lot of damage coming through. Flashes away. He goes towards the tri-brush, and has he made it out? Hope, does he flash over? He doesn't need to. Fires an arrow over the wall. Hope headshots Cream down into the dirt. 3-3 in the total grub score. And Prime Zeri meta back in 2022 Summer. Jackalove, of course. Insane level of form from him over the last few years. Camille, ult the Camtech compromise, pulled out by Cream. Pulls him away from the hook shot. Does that make a difference? I think it bloody well does. Ignite comes through. And Flandre goes down. Cream outplaying the Camille, pinging them back with their own ultimate. The Camtech compromise, stolen by Silas. Zeal gives him an extra bit of movement speed as well. Especially alongside the Whimsy. This Ashe is going to be hard to close down. 369 getting their first turret for the game in top side. Dragon up, Herald up. One more objective for Anyone's Legend. Engage is stunted from Top Esports. Ashe are up from Hope as well. Do they fire at someone? Teleport coming in from the Ambassador. Going through the turret point. That was dangerous there. Kyle caught out alone now. He has to use the wild growth. Does have the flash, but has to use it anyway. Teleport now coming in from Cream. That might be a bit bold there. My son goes out, does get away from Moses and Ambassador. Goes into the backline, as does Chris. The hero's entrance comes in, but is it enough? I don't think it is. Top Esports push Anyone's Legend to the bottom of the barrel in a 5-for-none. Crisp with a Magnet Storm from the gods. If you don't have the Lulu in position, well, it's that, folks. It is that. Dragon's going to get taken by Top Esports. Mid lane turret taken. An absolutely stunning play from Top Esports. Ambassador into the backline. Crisp into the backline. The whole team of Anyone's Legend falls apart. Insane wombo combo. This is why, whenever you see the drafts and I say, well, you know, you only see it like that here in the LPL. Can they do it again? No big cooldowns available. Well, so a lot of the big cooldowns wasted from Anyone's Legend. Herald going down. Tarzan, does he look for a smite fight? Can't get it. Do we see a big play afterwards? Ambassador going in, and he finds the AD carry. Is it enough this time? The villain's entrance used, and the Ashe goes down again. Hope cannot stand and fight. There are not enough cooldowns. Top Esports have blown the defensive tools time and time again. They get themselves the Herald, and Anyone's Legend cannot play through their combo. This was the worry. It's great when everything's online. How, like... Chris, spotted out by the 3 members. Top Esports in a commanding position now. 6k gold. Anyone's Legend, they haven't been able to pull an aggressive combo this entire game so far. It's a big problem. It's a big, big problem. Riftmaker almost built up for Cream as well. That'll make the individual matchup versus Shanks much, much nicer. Even though Shanks has the pen boots, gives him some more damage. Really feel like this Silas is going to start taking over that. Bot lane turret's going to fall down. 369 does have teleport in case anything goes wrong. How good has Kanavi been to 2,000 gold up individually? 369, 2 unassisted pinpoint ultimates onto the AD carry in a row. That kind of thing is championship winning. Nocturne, does he go towards the top side? Here comes the Galio, and there are some GAs to be burned. Jackalope Cream's going to go down, rather. Crisp uses his flash, or rather doesn't use it. Or, yes, he does. Goddamn, that summoner spell is hard to track when they stop flicking in and out to Hexgate and Hex and stuff. Whatever. It's not important. Towers falling everywhere. Top Esports full court push. Yes, they end up dying on the top side, but it's a false death. Cream's back on the map. He has teleport. There's no natural, folks. That ain't right. Check him PC. Is not normal. Ah, yeah. Riftmaker completed. Shanks does not want that battle anymore. Kanavi has found himself a combination with Chris, potentially onto Hope. He has Flash and he has Barrier. Is it enough? Goes on to KL instead, and Hope is left to the Wolves. Who are they going to gift it over to? Yeah, Chris, give it to the Rel. Insane game from the support of Top Esports after a very strange game too. Wild Growth stolen. Is that going to be enough? I don't think it is. Cream goes down because he takes too many tower shots, but the rest of the team do not care. Tarzan gonna get jumped on by Jackulov. He has the GA still. The tower's gonna fall, and anyone's legend are clutching at straws. 4 dead just for Cream, who for some reason uses the Wild Growth not on himself and chooses to die honorably. Top Esports to answer with. Also into the bot lane as well. Ambassador completely safe to push up here. We have not seen an aggressive... They came through the lower bracket in that one too, worth noting. This time, Kanavi. Oh, Chris comboing up again, and Asher lands onto the Lee Sin. That's a big combo coming through, and they do get the Xayah. How much more can they get after this point? There's a stolen Villain's entrance, and Cream starts to let rip. Hope is alive, but Ambessa has entered the play. Is that enough? Chris makes it out alive, and the double spinning carries start to do the damage. Cream gets one. Shanks is only just there to be butchered by the Ambessa, and the solo lanes of Top Esports completely turn around the fight. A triple kill to Cream on his Silas. Ambessa once again making the difference though, to give them both the space to turn things around. Can they stop for the rest of Baron started. Anyone's legend. What are they looking for? They have Paranoia, I suppose. Could fly over the wall. Ash Arrow lands onto Kanavi. They don't have vision of the HP. Cream flies over the wall. Paranoia comes down. Cream, he has an ult steal. He can steal Paranoia himself. He flies in. Tarzan goes straight onto, and they're trying to burst the Baron. Is it going to be enough at 2,000 HP? I don't think it's going to work out just like that. And I think Tarzan will just about die. It's so close. It was so close. The Smite could have had it. Kanavi almost throwing that away, but they will get it. Ambessa lives to tell the tale. Hope sadly cannot say the same thing, and in 27 minutes Top Esports will walk at the Nexus and bring us to a 2-1 series in favor of the team from the lower bracket, putting on to match point. Towers go down. Even if they'd stolen the Baron, would it have really mattered? No, not really. Anyone's legend blasted off the map. A 5,000 top lane gold mid-jungle difference. Top lane 4.2. Draven loses this game. But if you slaughter through the bot lane and lane advantage, you can do unspeakable things. Early lane, value. How the hell do you cut through Maokai and Ornn? They are not... Like, Draven is not a tank killer. You got to dodge out on the Cocoon. Jackulov, what does he do now? Tail comes through from the Karma, and Jackulov is going to be collapsed down onto by Tarzan. Death for Chris. We said it was risky to play the Elise. Teleporting it in. Now, do they get one? How many do they get here? It's one. They have to use the Smite. Ornn's coming in. Hope. Jackulov fighting here on the top side. Valkyrie starting to do damage. Jackulov does not have barrier, and Hope does. The Ornn ult has been cast on the other side of the fight, and Jackulov is alone. He doesn't have the barrier. He has a cleanse and a flash. This is not where he wants to be. He's going to be left alone, and he will get shut down. Those axes are not going to get cashed in. Hope being gifted over the kill. But while this is happening, fight happens. Shanks has the ult and catches Tarzan. Top Esports have thrown themselves at the grubs, and they have lost the fight. 369 not able to make a difference. Cream gets a good ult off. Chris gets one kill, but will get knocked up. 369, how much extra work can he do? 369 gets forwards with that all out. Doesn't have the flash now. Going forwards again. The Q misses just about. Needs one more shot on target. Cream has a little bit of extra. Can he get a QW? No, he can't. Full fight ends up being 4 for 1. 3 for 1, rather. Mistake after mistake. Jackulov and Chris, this bot lane has not paid off. 2 kills, I guess, for Top Esports. They were the first 2 of the game. 3 for 2 overall. Quite hard to track at everything. Empowered Q comes in for Kanavi first. This might be a bit too far now. Tarzan has no flash. Hope is here. He's a very powerful core. Can they get the cash in? They want to give it over to him, and he flashes for it. There's Kanavi that takes it. Takes the cash in away from the Draven. It would have been less anyway. But that flash from Draven looks even worse now. Discoordinated. Hope is going to keep walking forwards. Crisp dies, and the early game snowball has gone to absolute hell. Anyone's ledge. That extra gold could have gone away. It wouldn't have been like the most ever. Still a big mistake, though. 369 gonna have to W out of this. W into it, maybe. Elise is coming up. 369 does have the ult, and he goes through onto him. Is there a teleport coming through? No, there isn't. 369 goes straight towards Kyle. He does not want to lose this game. There's a flash away. Chris gets the kill. Here comes the Azir. What can he do about this? 369 goes out to an allied minion. Chris will die on the other side. Cost the teleport. Goes into his tank form now. The ult from Makai went under turret, but I don't think he could do that much about it. 369 goes towards another allied minion. Again, while Tarzan gets one. Well, can't really get that much done. Draven free farming, I suppose, in one lane. Pantheon gets a dragon on the other. It's not a clean play. Top Esports slightly ahead in gold, though, I suppose. Farming up more waves than anyone's legend are. Chekalov falling that ult on the top, so they're going to wave clear that push towards the top. Just about powerful enough to get himself those 5 minions under turret. Nice. Cream. Oh, does not get knocked up there. Close on the timing from Flandre. Basically, all best of 5s, seeing the very best teams are just side selection diff. Does feel like that a little bit. AL did win some red side games against JDG, though. Jackalev now on bot side. Ult goes on to Kyle. What do they do with this one, though? A little bit of damage from the Molten Fissure. Kanavi coming down, as is Tarzan, though. Jackalev has cleanse. Do they get the cash in? Yes, they do. How many kills do they get? They get both onto the Draven. Jackalev back in the game. Double kill to the Draven. Hope pushing in that mid lane turret, and even Tarzan's ult are not really doing that much. Tarzan has ult, by the way. You know what I think just happened? I think Cream tried to cancel out one of his regular abilities, because normally what you do is you press Q and then QWE, or W in the same and E in the same. R cancelled your ability. I think he ended up misclicking. He uses his ult in a bad situation. The Maokai ult comes in. How much do they really lead to, though? Can they take the full turret? Yes, they can. All right, Maokai ult does get some value here. The group up there. What's happening on the rest of the map? First turret taken for anyone's legend. They have the feats of strength now. And they have the Ornn items too, so double kind of extra stat caps added to this game if it goes late game. Cream and 369 taking turrets elsewhere, though. Jackalev walking forwards, using that Bloodthirster to, again, be a bit more bullish about things. Jackalev jumped onto Hope, walks forwards, gets some good skill shots down. Kanavi does need to be a little bit careful here. Uses that E, gets him out to safety. Jumping onto Kyle. Kyle is not nearly as safe. Can Jackalev get something here? Gets one? No, he can't quite get it. Hope, does he turn it around? Yes, he does. Kyle eventually will fall, but not before Jackalev goes down too. Cream has flash, might have to use it. Flashes into the knockup anyway, and he'll go down too. Mid laner, AD carry down from top esports. AL pounce. Hope jumping forward again and again. This Corki has been phenomenal so far from the AD carry of anyone's legend. Hope really getting value out of this. 369 not there to save the team. Doesn't even get the top lane turret either, unfortunately for them. And folks, it is in this game going to be another... Oh no, Corki. Okay. And Cream flashes into knockup. Misjudges it. Should have just saved the summoner at that point. Mispositions. Oh my god, we have the permanent Gatling gun sound. And finally falls off. Jesus Christ, I was hoping we wouldn't get that in a potential championship deciding game. Still godly for top esports. Down the feats of strength. Worth noting as well, I mean, I guess both supports this game fall off pretty hard. I think the Elise will be slightly... No, I don't even know the Elise will be more useful. It's on Chris' play to determine that. 369 stopped in his recall. Big one stops him. You think Karma offers more? Yeah, I think as soon as you get towards something like a Mikhail's, you certainly do. But, you know, if Elise gets a cocoon onto Hope or Kyle, I think that conversation turns around. This is not going to get that top lane turret. Maybe the Cassandre can do the work that they need to. Cassandre, disgusting champion in the right positions. Shanks getting himself gold from that bot lane turret. Push into the mid lane. Harold immediately summoned out. Does Tarzan stand back and use his own ult to try and ward this off? Immediately driven into that turret. Good damage. Can they actually walk up and auto-attack it? Good CC chain coming through from Green, but it's not really that much for that with Seraph's first item. So Herald only gets first half of that turret. Walking down towards bot side now. Shanks can't get anything more than that. Draven's not good at killing tanks. Behind the game, even worse, of course. Cream. Ooh, misses the ult onto Kyle. Hope's going to kill the turret and jump onto Cream. Here comes the Maokai ultimate, who is going to move first. Cream flashes away, and here comes the best of the play. 369, what can he do? Chris, he is absolutely obliterated. Flandre goes into the choke point. Kanavi jumps forward. Can they do enough onto this one? Here comes the all-out 369. I don't think he has enough to really do this. And Kanavi stuck on the bad side of the wall. Flashes away Tarzan for the rest of the play. And Jackalov jumps. Forward's going to get Hope. He's jumping forward with the barrier. Is that 369? Getting so many knockups to try and turn the fight. Hope is so close. And he goes down. Jackalov gets on the board again. Shanks doesn't have his ultimate. And Jackalov starts popping off. Top Esports, somehow, someway, they get themselves into this fight and they walk away with a 5-kill fight. 369 and Jackalov cling onto the game by the scruff of his neck. Oh my word. 369 on Cassante does the dirty work. Kanavi flashes Tarzan out of the play. The top jungle doing 369 to live through the back end of that fight. We're back into a fight. Again, Cream on one side of the fight. Flandre has to flash away. Remember, Jackalov has that Lord Dominates regards now. He is tank killing as hell. Kanavi jumping forward, trying to get damage onto Flandre. Mikhails comes through, and now suddenly maybe Kanavi has gone too far underneath the tower. But here comes the tower, the damage from Hui in return. Shanks goes down because Cream absolutely creams him. The Azir turret able to get damage down onto Kanavi, but Top Esports finding their damage now. Cream and Jackalov coming online around this 2-item mark. Kanavi goes a little too far, but I don't think they'll care as much about that now. 369. Kanavi and Hom as a trio on Top Esports. When they have played together, they have won 3 titles back-to-back. In their first split back together, they might there as well. He has to peel off. Cream gets himself a combo onto Flandre. 369 a little careful. This Baron is absolutely melting. Jackalov standing in the Draven spot can stand here and stack up axes for forever. It's not going to be a steal. The dragon will go down, but the Baron goes at the same time. Can anyone really do anything? 369 and Kanavi going to Hope. The E is big from the Pantheon, but is it enough? I don't know. It is. Kanavi lives. 2 kills come through in Top Esports. They call the bluff. The ult out of the fight from the Pantheon means he goes to safety. Hope will walk into Cream, and I don't know if there's anyone saving him here. Kanavi finds out another member too, and the Karma. Well, what they say about Karma. They're a very bad lady, and they go down there. Cream is left alive to ward off Hope. Top Esports pull out a macro miracle here to pull anyone's legend away from the dragon. They get it, but they lose the Baron. They'll lose the Atakan. They'll lose all the Blood Roses, which go with it too. A huge, devastating loss in the late game for anyone's legend as Top Esports win the objective game. Generous there. Or rather a bit harsh. So much work done by 369. Flandre, what a great split he's had, the all-pro top laner, but 369 on Cassante has looked so good. Black Cleaver again. Look how much damage they're doing. Jackalov has both summons, and Tarzan has flashed forward into his death, looking for the Jackalov Draven. Jackalov goes absolutely mental, flashes away, and goes straight into the fight, but I think anyone's legend might have just put themselves in the dirt. Shanks flashes forward, but can't complete the fight. Cream is the cream of the crop. Standing at the top of the LPL this time. Top Esports will walk in with their Baron and look to break the base. It won't be the game here, but it will just about be the death knell. I don't see how anyone's legend can fight back after this. They just use a ton of summoners. Tarzan, oh poor Tarzan. Another finals not going his way. 20 seconds left on death timers. They might push beyond this. I said it wouldn't be the end of the game. I guess I was correct about that. The game goes on. 10,000 gold lead. Top Esports. What a split they have had. It has been a... Are you kidding me? He's higher level than his top laner, Kanavi. He's basically another carry at this point. In fact, speaking of that, he's walking into Hope, and Kanavi solo kills Hope. The one-man army does it himself, and that might be the end of the series. Kanavi is back, baby. Top Esports are back as they march into the base. Cream and crew break the last tower, and Hope, oh Hope, he's had a good split. But what can you do against the one-man army himself? He does everything. Spotted Hope on a ward and ulted on top of him. Caught out the Corki and absolutely one-shot him. Kanavi, my son, welcome back to the podium. Jumping for Tarzan, gets absolutely obliterated and is taken off the rift. Top Esports, after so many years of waiting, march towards the Nexus. More kills come through. I don't think Shans can do anything about it. Flandre goes down. Anyone's Legend might have had the upper bracket, but Top Esports had the mojo. Jackie Love gets his first title in 5 long years, and Top Esports are your LPL champions.